Hello, I join you today from Williamsburg, where I've spent a few days at the Virginia School Board Association's annual meeting, joining the 133 school divisions from around the state, of which we are by far the largest. I was here with most of my Fairfax School Board colleagues, as well as colleagues in Northern Virginia, who I got to connect with over the last few days, which was really great. On top of everyone's mind who I spoke with were the proposed changes by the Youngkin administration through work with consultants to change the state social studies standards. Now, this is a process that a public process had been in place the last few years, of which I was very much part of. I even hosted community conversation in town hall to collect input from my constituents around what they'd like to see and how they'd like to see social studies taught. And what's been proposed circumvents that work and seeks to put new standards in place. The state school board met just this week. They're not meeting again until January, when some public hearings will be held. But of most concern is that the standards de-emphasize the concept and inquiry-based approaches that are currently in the standards and return and revert to an identify, describe, explain model, which really does not induce deep learning and understanding. There's also a regression proposed from the current standards about some of the content, not including anything about Asian American Pacific Islanders, nor even Martin Luther King in elementary school. So there's a lot of concern. I am geared up to advocate, as are many, and our school division is determining next steps. I also talked a lot with colleagues about advocating for better criminal background check systems. That includes participating in the FBI's Wrap Back program. And it only works if everyone in Virginia and all the school divisions participate, but there is a price tag on that. And it's something that not only our school divisions, but our police department and after school offerings can all benefit from, to ensure that we have accurate, up-to-date information about the criminal records of the people we employ to be with our children. So that is an utmost priority for me in the upcoming legislation as well, and is on the school board's priority list for advocacy. I joined a session on the Virginia High School League, the VHSL, and learned more about what I think many people know is the system that governs our sports and athletic leagues, but they also do they have interactions with some activities. So I got some information, but I have some more questions, so I'm going to talk with our director of athletics when I'm back in Fairfax. Another thing, while I have you here, I've been very concerned about our school year calendar, which the board did approve last year, but in practice this year, I'm sure parents have seen it's been very uneven and having incomplete weeks of school, and we really need to fix that. So how do we, honor the data about students being absent from school for cultural observances and building equity around those observances, but also ensure that the academic learning is prioritized. So I'm really eager for our board to work on that and get that settled, because I know a lot of families want that information about when the school year next year is going to start, and even get into a practice of having at least a 2-year calendar so that we can all know and not have to rehash this every single year. And then finally, I was really jazzed. Last week I had a lot of experiences looking at workforce development programs and pathways to jobs. And I'm really eager to keep working on expanding those programs in FCPS, but also, again, with the State General Assembly, to see what can be adjusted to kind of get rid of some bureaucratic things that are keeping what we would consider adjunct faculty, who are experts, and professionals in fields like cyber, to come into our classrooms more easily and expand those offerings to students. So it's been quite a full week, and I'm excited as ever to keep going for our Fairfax students.